When you feel something uncomfortable in your body, like a tight chest or an unsettled stomach, what's your first reaction? Do you pause to understand it, or do you try to avoid it? How often do you assume a physical sensation means something is wrong, without stopping to consider what else it might be? Welcome to Quieting Anxiety. I'm Dr. Monica Frank, and today we're going to explore something that might surprise you: how developing greater awareness of your body, especially through mindfulness, can actually help reduce anxiety. If you live with anxiety, you may be thinking, wait, I'm already too aware of my body. That's the whole problem. You might notice every small twinge, heartbeat, or flutter. But what we're talking about today is not just sensitivity to those sensations, it's about developing accurate body awareness. But first, let's begin with a brief, mindful moment to connect with your body in a gentle, non-judgmental way. Take a moment to get comfortable. Let your body settle. Your eyes soften or close if you prefer. Now bring your attention to the physical sensation of breathing. Feel the breath moving through your nose or mouth. Notice your chest or belly rising and falling. If any other bodily sensations arise, an itch, a twinge, a heaviness, just notice them. You don't need to change anything. Just allow the sensations to be there, observing with curiosity rather than judgment. This practice of noticing without reacting is the foundation of mindful body awareness. Now let's explore why this is so important. Many people with anxiety are highly sensitive to body sensations. In fact, changes like a quickened heart rate, warmth, or dizziness can be enough to trigger a panic response. But being sensitive isn't the same as being aware in a useful way. People with high sensitivity often lack accurate interpretation because they spend so much time trying to avoid their bodily sensations that they never truly get to know what those sensations mean. This avoidance can actually feed anxiety. If you're constantly trying to distract yourself from a racing heart or upset stomach, you don't give yourself the chance to understand whether that sensation is meaningful or just a normal part of your body's ebb and flow. Over time, this habit of avoidance can create misunderstanding and misjudgment. You learn to associate any physical discomfort with danger, and that keeps the anxiety cycle going. That's where body awareness comes in. It's the ability to observe bodily experiences and interpret them accurately based on context, without immediately assuming danger. And this isn't just true for panic disorder. With other forms of anxiety, like social anxiety or generalized anxiety, people often interpret bodily sensations as evidence that something is wrong. For instance, my stomach feels tight, so I shouldn't go to this event. Or, my chest feels heavy, I must not be ready for this presentation. Even those with OCD will often use physical sensations to indicate something is wrong. I feel tense when I leave the house, but my body relaxes when I check all the locks 3 times before I leave. These interpretations are based not on objective evidence, but on a reaction to the sensation itself. When you avoid these feelings, you reinforce the idea that they are dangerous. Mindful awareness helps break this pattern by teaching you how to observe and understand sensations with more accuracy and less fear. In the last episode, we explored how mindfulness can help you learn to tolerate discomfort, how shifting from resistance to acceptance allows anxiety to lose some of its power. Developing body awareness builds on that skill. When you become more attuned to the actual sensations in your body, without judgment or fear, you're better able to tolerate them. Instead of reacting to every flutter or ache as a threat, you begin to observe and interpret sensations more accurately. This shift is essential in learning to coexist with anxiety, rather than constantly fighting against it. Learning to shift these reactions requires more than just awareness. It requires accurate interpretation. That means becoming familiar with your body's signals in a way that builds confidence rather than fear. When you begin observing your sensations calmly and in context, you can start to tell what's typical for your body and what might truly need attention. Someone with strong body awareness can distinguish between muscle soreness after a workout and an injury that needs rest. They can tell the difference between a stress-related stomach ache and one caused by something they ate. And they can recognize when a fast heartbeat is just from walking upstairs, not a sign of a medical emergency. But if you're sensitive without that awareness, it's easy to misinterpret every sensation as a potential threat. I've had clients panic over vague symptoms like dizziness or fatigue, only to later realize they were fighting off a cold. But because the autonomic nervous system, our body's fight or flight system, is involved in both illness and anxiety, the signals can feel very similar unless we learn to interpret them more accurately. So how do you build that accuracy? This is where advanced mindfulness comes in. With mindfulness, the goal is not to avoid sensations or distract yourself. It's the opposite. Learning to stay present with your body in a calm, observant way. This is challenging at first, especially if you're used to avoiding discomfort. But over time, this practice helps you tell the difference between anxiety, normal discomfort, and true warning signs. For example, if your chest feels tight, mindfulness helps you slow down and examine it. Is this tension from shallow breathing? Am I stressed right now? Did I sleep poorly? Instead of, what if this is something serious? Your response becomes, let me observe and understand this. And that shift can make all the difference. When you stop jumping to worst case conclusions, your body responds with less fear, and the anxiety cycle begins to break down. Over time, developing body awareness through mindfulness gives you a more stable sense of self. You're no longer overwhelmed by every new sensation. Instead, you're grounded in a deeper understanding of your own body and what it's trying to tell you. This won't happen overnight, and that's okay. Like any skill, it takes practice. And it is critical to develop the basic mindfulness skills first, as discussed in earlier episodes. With consistency, you'll begin to notice changes. Less reactivity, more clarity, and greater confidence in navigating your physical experiences. Now let's reflect. Think about a time when you experienced a strong physical sensation, such as tension, tightness, or racing heart. How did you interpret that sensation? If you had approached it with mindful awareness rather than automatic judgment, how might your response have changed? As you move forward, I encourage you to include body-focused mindfulness in your practice. Notice not just how your body feels during a meditation, but also throughout the day, when you're walking, stretching, eating, or resting. Use those moments to build your awareness gently and non-judgmentally. The companion audio to this episode, Mindfully Developing Body Awareness, can assist with this process. Also, be sure to listen to these podcasts in order as the techniques and exercises build on one another. Developing the ability to fully understand your body requires practice with basic mindfulness first. The Understanding Mindfulness series and the daily mindfulness practice exercises can help with this. Let's close with a short mindful body scan to help reinforce this connection. Sit or lie down in a comfortable position. Gently bring your attention to your feet. Notice any sensations: warmth, coolness, tingling, or nothing at all. Now move your awareness slowly up to your legs, your hips. As you pass through each area, just observe. Let go of the urge to analyze or judge. If you notice tension, acknowledge it kindly and gently. Your belly, your chest, your shoulders, and finally your head. If you notice tension, acknowledge it kindly. If your mind wanders, bring it back gently. This practice helps you reconnect with your body in a calm and compassionate way. Now say to yourself, I can observe my body with patience. I can become more attuned to it and provide my body what it needs when I listen fully and completely. Take a final breath, and when you're ready, return to the room. You're building a powerful skill, and it will serve you well. Until next time, keep practicing, keep breathing, and keep moving forward.